Badlands. Explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name.
Microplastics aren't somewhere out there anymore. They're here in your kitchen, your tap water, and your household dust. And now research is finding them in places no one ever imagined: human blood, lungs, and even breast milk. And the youngest among us, our children, are being exposed every day, and yet most parents have no idea how much they're invading their kids' bodies. Have you ever considered having your children tested? Plastiproof changes that. It's the world's first at-home saliva test for microplastics. No needles, no clinic, and no stress. A simple sample you collect at home and send to a certified lab located in the US, and yes, children can take the test too. You get a clear science-based report detailing levels found in your body and how they entered the body, like from food, air, or even medical sources. It's your baseline and your starting point to make changes towards a healthier lifestyle. And once you know your exposure, you can take action. Plastic Gone is a simple, gentle, homeopathic patch designed to help your body detox from the microplastics. Peel it, stick it, forget it. It's an easy, intentional step you can take every day as you work to reduce environmental exposure. Together, Plastiproof and Plastic Gone can help families move from uncertainty to clarity and from worry to action. Badlanders get 20% off with code BADLANDS. Visit plastigone.com today. That is code Badlands. What's going on, Nate Dogg?
Dude, it's Friday. We got a stacked deck of good information, so I'm ready for it.
I saw that bacon picture you sent me.
That's right. That's right. I was making breakfast Saturday, and I was like, I gotta send a picture of this.
I did not. I did not go on the bacon binge.
No, huh?
It doesn't. I don't feel good with the bacon, man.
Okay.
But sardines for sure, all day. All day.
Might have to try grilling those up. I wonder what grilled sardines taste like. I've never tried it.
Ooh, grilled. I've never tried doing anything with sardines except eat them out of the can.
Yeah, like when you throw them on like maybe a smoker. I mean, there's all kinds of options. I'm sure we can get creative.
I hope that wouldn't reduce the or denature the omega-3s in there, though. I don't know about the nutritional content of grilled sardines.
Yeah, maybe just like maybe just smoked then. I wonder if that would help leave the omega-3s in there.
Cyberspeed, we're going to make America bacon again. No, we're going to make America sardines again.
Sardine sales are up.
I will raise you your bacon. Good old-fashioned can of sardines.
My wife was going to Costco. She'd come home with a couple of packs of sardines. She finally gave up on me, and she brought home like a whole box loaded. I'm like, right on. I'm set for the next 2 weeks.
Nice. From Costco? How big are the boxes? How many?
What? I think there's probably 7 or 8, containers per pack, if that makes sense. And then
how many packs in a box?
Oh man, you're asking me math on Friday. I'm gonna guess it's probably like 1, 2, 3. I don't know, man. Probably like around like 12 packs, roughly.
Holy crap! You're talking a solid like 100 cans of sardines in one case.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
that's worth the Costco subscription itself.
Yeah, man. I mean, why play small? Gotta have something to go with my macadamia nuts.
There you go.
What do we got, man? What do we got?
We are going to be chatting about some AI today in regards to medical advice. And then we're going to go through Dunkin on Dunkin a little bit, discuss some very interesting things that Dr. Robert Malone's been speaking about in regards to Lyme disease being bioengineered. Looks like Malone is kind of our DECLAS guy.
Yeah.
That I'm guessing whatever Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Dr. Marty Makary don't want to say themselves, they're just feeding that information to Malone. And then Malone's like their PR guy that they're using to declass some of the heavier stuff out to the public, I guess we could say.
Yeah.
And he's been talking about some declassifications in regards to Lyme disease being bioengineered, coming from ticks, basically.
He's definitely front ran. There's been a number of things now that have come up where Malone was talking about it 1-2 weeks in advance before it became so. I think he's definitely somebody to, if you're not following him on X, it's definitely somebody worth paying attention to.
Yeah, he's definitely Signal with
Yeah.
MAHA. And then we have some criticisms today. We have some criticisms on glyphosate, and then a video that Bhattacharya put out about the measles vaccine. So some things to touch on there that, public awareness, us
Yeah.
these things hopefully will change their mind or change the agenda. So we definitely have to give criticism where criticism is due. And then towards the end, if we get there, we'll talk about some new health tech on the horizon.
Sweet. Sounds like a good show.
Into it, my man. Starting off with a New York state bill. Legislation has been introduced in New York, not passed yet, but introduced, so it'll be voted on. New York considers a bill that would ban chatbots from giving all kinds of advice, like legal advice, medical advice, I believe, even things like engineering and other things in here as well. But of course, in regards to this show, we're talking medical advice. How much have you used, say, a Grok or a Chat GPT for any kind of health advice?
I would say for health advice, some, not a whole lot, just because I guess I haven't been in a situation like that. Legal advice, Grok has literally saved me tens of thousands of dollars with FlowBlend, and in some cases made me money using it without having to consult with trademark attorneys and that sort of thing. So legally, yes, but I would say I do know there's a lady I know, she's probably watching the show right now, who has used AI to help diagnose long-standing medical condition that she has not received much help with whatsoever. And she finally feels like she's making progress using AI to analyze it. So I think there's a lot of
We've kind of heard some stories about people using these chat bots to feed their just images of their MRIs into, or and it's really helping them diagnose things. So I forgot about that point, but
yeah,
it's pretty obvious to me that these industries where you have to pay,
right,
fancy people with their PhDs and the licensed people, we have to pay them $500 an hour just to consult. Clearly, they're terrified of the disruption in their industries, so they want to ban the chatbots.
Yep.
How dare you consult a chatbot to save yourself thousands of dollars and not come to me with my license to get the advice? I've never used Grok or ChatGPT for advice per se. I have used them to just write blogs and articles when I need some quick information on different herbs or mushrooms or things like that. And it is okay. I wouldn't say it's great because, of course, these chatbots, they just reference whatever language models they're fed. So whether that be Reddit or Wikipedia or all that, but they're definitely helpful to conglomerate just a lot of information real quick. And then you kind of have to sift through that. But yeah, no doubt. I mean, some people have used the chatbots.
I think that there is tremendous potential for future, especially if we end up with these LLMs, and they have a solid foundation that, that is not swayed by politics or ideology. They're able to access vast swaths of information. And so somebody coming to them with a complex problem that an average doctor would probably need to sit down and pencil through it. And you're able to reference all of those materials and studies and symptoms, through the LLM. It can connect dots that, a doctor may not. And so I whether people have access to them or doctors have access to them, I think they're going to play a significant role in our future.
What I find hypocritical about this is that we've had WebMD online for 20 years giving health advice and like pseudo medical advice. Not a problem there.
Yep.
But as soon as a chatbot starts doing it, then it's an issue. Bam.
Yeah.
right?
I mean, there's definitely some concerns too. I mean, I'm not justifying New York's actions here, but there's definitely some concerns. You know, a chatbot gone rogue giving crappy advice,
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, no, you need to put that in your eye." You know, so,
Yeah, you need to take, 10, 15 grams of creatine instead of a little less. So you could have the chatbots go rogue, but
yeah,
it's just they only base it off the languages it's fed. So,
yeah.
but heck, if you can feed your MRI image into it and it can give you something no doctor could have, why not?
Dude, and it's at our fingertips. It's instantaneous, and it's either free or relatively cheap for people to access that knowledge. I mean, that's
Yeah, and I've haven't done this myself, but I'm aware of some like personal trainers that have asked Chat GPT to just make workout programs or diet programs, and it can do it like that.
yeah.
Pretty good workout programs too, where you
Oh, I
can put the metrics in with your prompt, and hey, I'm looking for more athletic training or weight loss training, something like this, and you
Yep.
can definitely. It is amazing.
Yeah.
But ChatGPT also apparently makes some people kind of retarded. So MIT, this is a new MIT study. MIT hooked up people to brain scanners while they used ChatGPT. And they found that ChatGPT users showed a 55% weaker brain connectivity than people who didn't use it after just 4 months.
Youch.
So what they did is they split a bunch of people up into 3 different groups. One used ChatGPT to write essays, one used Google, and one used nothing but their own brain. They wore EEG monitors that tracked brain activity in real time across 4 sessions over 4 months. And the brain-only group built the strongest, most widespread neural networks. Google users in the middle, ChatGPT users had the weakest brains in the room every time. Then the memory test hit. Participants were asked to recall what they'd just written minutes earlier. 83% of ChatGPT users couldn't quote a single line from their own essay. Couldn't remember the words. And then in the final session, ChatGPT users were told to write without AI, and their brains were measurably weaker. They just couldn't do it. 78% couldn't recall their own writing. So it's just pretty clear that when you purely depend on these chatbots, Grok, ChatGPT,
Yep.
your critical thinking sucks.
Yep. And that makes sense. That kind of goes back to what we're just discussing with using AI for your own health. Is like if you put, I mean, that's kind of like giving your power over. It's probably a very similar result as to giving your power over to a doctor just because they're in a white lab coat. You're giving
100%.
your power over to the AI. You definitely don't want to do that.
Yeah, Grok is great for sourdough recipes by all means, but just don't have it do your thinking for you, right?
Yeah.
And we have some science to back that up now. And it's pretty clear. I mean, when you just, for instance, in like our, I guess, citizen journalist industry, every single day I see dozens of comments on Twitter of people tagging Grok and then saying, "Hey, Grok, is this real?
Yeah.
Is this real? Is this legit?" It's a helpful tool because it can help you find some information maybe you didn't know, but people are purely depending on Grok sometimes to tell them if something's real or not. Like their own 2 eyes. They can't go through the discernment process themselves to vet the information. They're purely depending on Grok to do it.
Yeah. That is very true.
So there is.
Well, I'm going to have to pay attention to that because I remember when I started FlowBlend, I was writing all the emails, all the marketing copy, and it was taking a ton of time. And since AI has come out, I rely on it pretty heavily to help me do all that stuff. You know,
Well,
probably.
it's a great tool. You just have to be careful how you rely on it, right?
Yeah. Yep. Totally. I don't want to end up as that 55% weaker brain activity.
Jersey here. Writing is extremely important to her. Have to physical or him. Sorry, didn't mean to misgender. Them. Writing is extremely important to them. Have to physically write a word just to understand it fully. I've always been a fan of notebooks, man. Been a fan of notebooks. I like to actually write the things down. And when you write them with your hand, even as opposed to typing, not even talking about AI here, but you remember it a lot better.
That is 1,000% true.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. If there's something I have to remember, I even pretending to write it, even if you have nothing there, pretending to write it helps you lock it away.
Yeah, I definitely have not used AI that much either. Nate, you've probably used AI more than I have.
Yeah.
But now and again, if you are trying to make a meme, I've used it to make some memes before, or change the words on some memes if I want to change it a little bit. Find news of the day. Sometimes it's helpful to comb through current events and things. It's helpful, but you just don't want to depend on it. Cool. Now we got some clips of RFK. You know, last week's show, that Joe Rogan interview he did with RFK Jr. came out right before we went live, so we weren't able to see everything from it. But here's an interesting clip that Nate found of RFK Jr. speaking to Joe Rogan about how bad just big food and big pharma and everything is, I suppose.
Yeah.
Everybody makes money on keeping us sick. The food companies make money on getting us sick, but pharma makes money on keeping us sick. The insurance, you would think insurance would want to keep you well, but it doesn't. It actually makes more money if more people are sick. The hospitals.
Why? How does the insurance company make more money if people are sick?
Well, I mean, think of it this way. If you're Lloyd's of London, do you want one ship and you're insuring all the ships in the ocean? Do you want one ship to sink a year, or do you want 1,000 to sink? If 1,000 sink, everybody's going to be paying you premiums to insure themselves against that eventuality. And you're making money on the friction. So you're making the money that comes into this. You're making your money on the money that comes into the system. So the more that you pump up that volume of money, the more you make. So, nobody is interested. Nobody is economically incentivized to make people well. And we are not going to get well until we align those economic incentives with the health outcomes that we want, which is nobody gets sick. We end the chronic disease epidemic. And that's what we're doing now.
Huh. Of course, insurance profits on us being sick. If people were healthier, they wouldn't need the insurance.
Yeah.
Right? Just like, weren't we talking about this a couple weeks ago? In that, like, the reason they sell insurance is, there has to be some risk there for them to make money off insurance.
Uh-huh.
So say fire insurance for your home, the insurance industry is incentivized to at least have people have a little bit of fire risk in their area.
Yeah.
They don't want too much fire risk. Otherwise, people's houses are going to burn. They're going to have to pay out a bunch of claims, which they don't want to do. But they need at least a little bit of risk there to scare people, to give them a reason to buy the insurance. And it's the same thing with health. There needs to be a little bit of sickness there in society to give people a reason to go buy the insurance, but they don't want people to die, obviously, and then they'd have to, wouldn't be buying the insurance anymore. But they need a little bit of sickness there.
I can't help but wonder, as you were talking about this idea hit me, is I wonder how much of it, I wonder which industry fights easy, cheap, natural solutions to health issues more, whether that's pharmaceutical or insurance. I mean, I would maybe equally, I don't know.
Oh, I mean, just the simple fact that these things aren't covered by insurance right there.
Yeah.
People aren't getting write-offs on their insurance. I mean, wouldn't that be a great thing if you could prove you're taking supplements or prove you have a workout program or something, and then send that in to the insurance company, and they'd lower your premiums or lower your costs because you're able to prove, just like driving, right? If you have a good driving record, they're going to lower your costs on that.
Yep.
So why not, if say you tick, oh yes, I am a smoker, if you foolishly admit you are, then they're going to raise your rates. Well, why can't you prove you're healthy in various ways so they lower your rates? But they don't do that. So
yeah,
not to my knowledge.
Hey, I gotta say, man, this new background on the video, I'm seeing like a green kind of hue to it. Looks good.
You like that? Yeah.
I'm digging it. Looks good.
We need an intro for MAHA News. That's what we need. We need a intro video. All the other Badlands shows have real cool intro videos. We need one.
Well, I'm not gonna have AI make it.
Okay, let's dunk on Dunkin a little bit, man.
Yes. Do you have any Dunkins around where you're at?
I don't know if I've ever been to a Dunkin's.
I think most of them are over on the East Coast. I don't think
the East Coast thing. I don't think I've ever been to a Dunkin' Donuts.
Like you go over to the East Coast and they're like every other street corner, it seems like. But I know over here, Montana and the West Coast, I don't even think they have much of a presence at all.
Yeah, I've got no idea what obviously I know their food is trash, but I've got no idea like what the draw of it is. So
yeah.
Anyway, RFK is calling on Dunkin and Starbucks to release safety data for their high sugar beverages. Okay, I do know all about Starbucks because obviously Seattle thing. That's where I grew up. I've been to their like headquarters location. Starbucks is bad. Anyway,
when you walked out of the headquarters location, did you weigh more? Just out of curiosity.
We call it the Dirty Mermaid out here, and it's a common thing. People in Washington actually hate Starbucks, and you'll see bumper stickers on a bunch of people's cars like "Friends don't let friends drink Starbucks." Because they try to support like the small barista stands or the small coffee shops, the local ones. So actually in Washington, Starbucks is pretty hated. But outside of it, obviously, Starbucks, you get like one every 2 blocks in a major city, right?
Yeah.
It's just it's disgusting coffee anyway. It tastes burnt and terrible. Starbucks terrible coffee.
Well, yeah, because they're using paint thinner to strip the coffee from their beans.
God. I don't know much about Starbucks. I don't even remember the last time I've been to one. But anyway, here's RFK on Dunkin.
I got everything I need right here at Dunkin.
Dunkin is known for recruiting big stars for its ads, but now it's drawing criticism from HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who says many of the drinks at Dunkin and Starbucks contain too much sugar.
Show us the safety data that show that it's okay for a teenage girl to drink an iced coffee with 115 grams of sugar in it.
Federal dietary guidelines recommend
115?
150, I thought. Was it 100, 115, 150?
Either one.
Can
you do a real quick search while I play the rest of this video and look up? Do like I don't know. What are the sizes at Starbucks? The fancy French words or whatever. Look up like a 20-ounce iced white mocha. Those are the white girl drinks.
Like 20 ounce.
Like 20-ounce iced white mocha from Starbucks. How much sugar is in that? Look that up real quick while I play the rest of the video.
Got it.
Meals should have no more than 10 grams of added sugar, but nearly every drink on the Dunkin' menu exceeds that amount. Overconsumption of sugar can lead to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease, according to the CDC. We just bought this large frozen coffee with skim milk from Dunkin', and it may not seem like it, but it contains about this much sugar, 112 grams. That's about the same as eating 6 servings of Breyer's vanilla ice cream.
That's just straight diabetes. Straight diabetes. Did you get that count?
Yeah, so the iced white mocha looks like 49 grams of sugar.
And that's in a 20-ounce?
Yep. And then a white chocolate mocha has 73 grams.
Oh my God. That's, about 40 grams, I think, is a soda. Like your average can or bottle of Coke. Granted, that's high fructose corn syrup, which is even more insulin spiking, but still, there might be some high fructose corn syrup in those iced white mochas. But man, that is so much sugar, and we wonder why people have the freaking diabetes.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, when I go to coffee, like I do like going to coffee shops and drive-through coffee stands. Not the nudie ones. They make disgusting coffee. But yeah, I never understood the nudie coffee stands. It's like
And
their
that's
coffee
just
sucks.
isn't that a
And
Washington thing?
I've seen them elsewhere. Usually you see them around military bases
Yeah.
because it's a draw for the military guys to go to the bikini stands or whatever. But it's like the coffee sucks. And if you want to see some nudie girls, I don't know, just Google some photos. But get better coffee. Although Americano, 3-shot, 16-ounce black Americano. And sometimes it's wild. If you go to a coffee shop or a drive-through stand, the baristas will look at you like you're crazy if you just want your coffee black.
Yeah.
I've gotten that before, where they're like looking at me, no cream, no sugar, like no, just black Americano, 3 shots, 16-ounce.
Like nobody
sure?
probably does that.
You sure? Just give me some black ass coffee. Shut up. It's wild. Like they're pressuring you to get stuff in it. But yeah, black coffee.
I usually do the Americano, but mine is with heavy cream and a touch of honey. It's the way to do it.
Touch of honey. Now, I won't lie. When I'm at home, I'll do my French press, but I will add some creamer, half and half, and then brown sugar is my thing, man. That's my secret sauce to making a good homebrew coffee is brown sugar.
I still haven't tried it. I got to do that. I keep saying I'm going to try it, and I haven't yet.
Yeah, how much? I mean, not even a tablespoon, maybe 2 teaspoons in a small mug or something. And I don't usually end up drinking the whole thing, so it's not that much. But I love me some brown sugar in my coffee. Anyway, after RFK was calling out the Dunkins, Governor Maura Healey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Massachusetts, at Mass Governor. Okay.
Cool.
Massachusetts Governor, come and take it.
Wait, wasn't it Massachusetts like 10 years ago that was making a huge fuss about soda? There was like, you remember that? There was a bunch, maybe it was New York. There was a big fuss about selling like 20-ounce sodas.
Kind of rings a bell, but
Yeah.
they wanted to like ban soda because of obesity or something.
Yeah, they were talking about doing that because of, yep.
Sounds familiar.
It was quite a while ago. Anyway, so now they're trying to protect the 180
Come and take it.
grams.
Literally communism. How dare you take our Dunkin' Donuts? This is communism. RFK said, no one is taking away your Dunkin', but isn't it reasonable to ask whether a drink loaded with 180 grams of sugar is safe? It's like a crack addict.
Yeah. Yep.
How dare you take away my Dunkins? Oh, no. 180 grams of sugar.
Oh man. Yeah, I'll pass on that drink. I don't think you could pay me to drink it. Can you imagine the crash after drinking?
I have a price. You could pay me to drink that, but that price would be high. I'm sure I'll drink that 180 grams of sugar for $100. I'd do it for $100. Wouldn't do it every day for $100. I'd do it, just once.
Okay. I mean, I can't blame you.
All right.
$100 for a month of a gym membership.
Yeah, right. That $100 will go to a gym membership. What's the highest price you'd pay on a gym membership?
I think I don't know. For a person, like for just me, like probably 40, 45 bucks.
That's about, yeah, that's like top end
Yeah.
what I'd pay.
I like a nice gym. Like the one I go to right now has a steam sauna. That's real nice on some days. Like I like to have the full experience if I'm going to go there. But then I've also gone to the, low ceiling, dark gyms where you just go in there and there's just a bunch of dudes ripping weights. I've done that too. They both have their appeal.
That's my jam. I think my gym right now is like 30, 35, but it's hole in the wall. It is mainly free weights, right? So squat stands, powerlifting stuff, it's got a little bit of a like indoor turf track you can push a sled on, but it no fancy nothing, no sauna, no tanning beds or anything like that. But those are the gyms, man. And usually you'll find those gyms in warehouses. They'll take like half a warehouse, convert it into a, I don't know, 4,000 square foot. It's usually owned by a dude who's balding in his mid 40s, retired law enforcement or retired military or like ex powerlifter.
Yeah.
He's jacked. He's got some muscle, but he's a little overweight, balding, mid 40s. Maybe it's him and his wife that own it. And those are the best gyms, man. But man, you got some of them $80 a month now. Like, what is this? Yeah. 77 a month now at the local YMCAs. Oh, it's wild.
Yeah.
And then some of those CrossFit gyms are like 150 a month. Boot camp gym. Like, I dig the community aspect of CrossFit.
Yeah.
That's fun. You got like a certain time of the day where you go work out with some friends, right? Granted, I think some people get into CrossFit and they don't have like the structural strength to start doing power cleans and tossing around weights like that. So, ask a chiropractor. They love CrossFit, helps keep them in business. But that much money though, just to go work out with some friends. It's wild, man.
Yeah.
Most I'd pay is like $40 for a gym membership. Can't call yourself a true Washingtonian if you've never been to Dick's and didn't have at least 5 different coffee stand punch cards in your car. That's good. That's true, man. Hey, Dick's are only in Seattle, Tacoma, though. So I grew up over in Kitsap. There's no Dick's burgers over in Kitsap, so you can't blame me if I've never been to a Dick's. Although I think I have just once. I've been to a Dick's once. But I definitely, because I never ventured over to Seattle, Tacoma, so you can't blame me. Although the 5 different coffee stand punch cards thing, 100% true. 100% true.
I thought Dick's was like a superstore, like a sporting goods store.
Oh, yeah, there's a Dick's sporting goods store, but in Seattle, there's a local burger joint called Dick's Burgers.
Huh.
And I don't know how many of them there are, just a few, but they're peppered around like Seattle, Tacoma. And it's like a local Seattle thing, Dick's Burgers. But I never really ventured over to Seattle, Tacoma that much. So I think I went to Dick's one time. Long time ago, but yeah. Lived on those burgers growing up. Funny. Cool. Anyway, next story. RFK Jr. announced 53 medical schools will begin requiring nutrition training starting next fall.
Whoop, whoop.
53 medical schools across 31 states are driving the national movement to champion nutrition education and reshape the future of medical training. Beginning this fall, these schools will require every medical student to complete 40 hours of comprehensive nutrition education or competency equivalent before graduating. More than 30,000 physicians each year will now graduate equipped with nutrition education to help prevent, treat, and reverse chronic disease. This is how we implement the MAHA agenda.
Did he say how many hours?
40.
40?
Yeah. I mean, that's better than, what was it, 10 before?
Was it even anything before? I think they did have to take a nutrition class, but it was like 1 quarter.
Yeah.
1 class, quarter's worth. So, yeah, 40's okay, but still rookie numbers. Still rookie numbers,
is.
really. Like, it should be in say what, an 8 or 10 year doctorate degree for, to get your PhD. They should have 1 full year at least dedicated to movement and nutrition.
Yeah. I agree.
And alternative forms of, say, herbal healing and Ayurvedic Eastern type healing, but or at least just different types of homeopathy as well. Throw that in there. But I say 1 full year of holistic medicine, which includes posture, corrective exercise, movement, biomechanics, as well as nutrition, supplements, herbal healing, homeopathy, things like that.
It's kind of even sad that this is an announcement, isn't it?
Dude,
Like,
it's so sad. And 40 hours is still quite pathetic, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's better, and it's a requirement now. Okay, cool. But
is this continuing education, or is it just for graduation? Yeah.
Yeah, good question too. I mean, they should be required a certain amount of hours every year or 2.
Yeah.
Continuing education. So, but hey, step by step. Peptide news on Joe Rogan's podcast. RFK Jr. said 14 of the 19 banned peptides can be legally compounded again by U.S. pharmacies within a few weeks, which will ensure Americans are getting a good product from ethical suppliers versus black market drug dealers. The 19 compounds on the FDA's Category 2 compounding safety list include you got BPC 157, very popular for healing from injuries. I think we might have a couple people in the chat that are on BPC right now. GHKCU, that is a common peptide for hair growth.
Give me some of that shit.
You're too far gone, man. I'm just giving you shit, bro. I've actually got some. I bought some GHK just off the internet, not injectables, but
topical.
Yeah, topical, and it seemed to help out. Like my hair seemed more fuller after a couple of weeks. I was thinking about using the BPC. Like if my ribs didn't heal quick, I was thinking of using the BPC, but I healed up fine. I feel a lot better now. So.
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah, I can finally work out again, which feels good. I went for a run a few days back and felt pretty darn good.
So you can breathe again. I mean, that's like, it's kind of nice being able to do that without pain.
Yeah, squats, lift weights. I wouldn't say I'm 100%, but I'm probably 90% back into it. I can toss around weights again and run pretty strenuously. So anyway, that's your list.
I don't know anything about any of them. I've heard of the BPC.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. Love to learn more.
Just checking out some of the comments here. 40 hours to be viewed akin to a middle school gym class. Yeah.
Wow, when you put it that way.
Yeah. 40 hours. I mean, that's like Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, right? So it's like 1 week of all week they're just in nutrition, which is pretty pathetic, honestly. But Is
Well,
what
yeah, I bet a significant portion of people in chat right now have spent more time learning about nutrition than that.
Well, dude, if you've just watched this show since we started it, you're
Yeah.
already you're 40 hours, right?
There you go.
1 hour every day for how long have we been doing this? Yeah, we've probably done 40 hours. We've easily done 40 hours worth of shows.
Easily.
Counting the few living shows we've done too, man. Oh yeah, just watch us and you get your continuing education. Cool. All right, guys, we got a couple of sponsors here to shout out, and then we're going to get to Robert Malone and his declassified docs on Lyme disease. So first off, we got All Good by Jessica Storm. Made in small batches by Jessica in Florida with only clean ingredients with purpose, zero junk, and packaged in amber glass jars, so it's all good inside and out. Start with their lightweight Pure Whip tallow for all-over hydration. Tighten up with the no-tox smoothing serum, or treat your hair with the game-changing tallow hair mask. And finish with the tamed hair serum or tallow beard balm for control and style. Ready for spring? Grab some All Good tallow sunscreen and bug out balm to nourish your skin while protecting it. And get a bundle of your faves at badlandsmedia.tv/allgood and use code BADLANDS to discount your entire purchase and to support the creators of Badlands Media. That's badlandsmedia.tv/allgood, promo code BADLANDS.
As on St. Patrick's Day, a beard without oil is just a chin with ambition. But a beard with soft disclosure beard oil, that's true treasure. Spiced vanilla, naked, smooth as a leprechaun's getaway plan. Soft enough to impress your barber, bold enough to confuse a baby goat. And this boar bristle brush tames your beard like it holds the crown coin. Every bottle is American made, which means when you buy Soft Disclosure, you're supporting 6 American small businesses. That's not luck, that's capitalism with cheekbones. And while you're at it, try our mint green deodorant, because even legends need fresh pits. Soft Disclosure, go for gold. Visit softdisclosure.com and use promo code TINYBRIGHT for 15% off.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Promo code does not apply to bundle discounts.
Dude. Just so you guys know, I don't know what the ads are going to be like before we run them, so I haven't seen that one yet. And I'm dying. Tiny Bright. Oh my god.
That was great.
All right. So yes, Soft Disclosure for your beard oil. All Good for your tallow, man. Jessica's tallow is great. I use that on my face every day. I don't quite have enough beard hair for a beard oil or anything, but classic.
Speaking of AI.
Speaking of AI, that's a good use of AI. Okay, cool. Let us get into our declassifications from Mr. Robert Malone. Dr. Robert Malone. Declassified documents link U.S. bioweapons program to Lyme disease outbreak. Exclusive military released 282,000 radioactive ticks and suppressed co-infection research for 40 years.
That is a huge statement. I mean, we've all known it. We've all talked about it, but it's official. That's massive.
Yeah, I find it huge that Robert Malone is the one getting this exclusive, I guess. I mean, that's just, he's like the point man of, it's kind of been this way for months, but the point man of hardcore disclosure coming through FDA and HHS.
Yeah.
It's like whatever RFK and Makari, like we said earlier, whatever they can't or don't want to release, they just give it over to Malone, and Malone's kind of their guy to get a lot of this stuff out. So
what drives me crazy though is, like, okay, so the military made a decision to drop all of these ticks, radioactive ticks, and then suppressed any sort of treatment or investigation. And yet, are we ever going to see any sort of justice for the people that made those decisions. Shit, half of them are probably dead now.
Robert Malone does funnies once a week, featured on whatfinger.com. I don't know what you're talking about. I hope I didn't just read some spam comment, but you are a subscriber, so I have no idea what finger is. What do you mean funnies? You click that link, Nate.
No,
I don't want to click that.
I mean it's Polaris. Been in chat for
We know Polaris. Okay.
yeah, but
We'll check that out later. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, this story. So, declassified documents and testimony from a CIA operative described the 1962 deployment of infected ticks against Cuban sugarcane workers as part of Operation Mongoose, the Kennedy administration's effort to destabilize Fidel Castro. The operative, now in his 70s, told researchers that the strangest thing he ever did was drop infected ticks on Cuban sugarcane workers using a transport aircraft at night, almost skimming the surface of the Caribbean to avoid Cuban radar. After returning from Cuba, the operative's 4-month-old son developed life-threatening fever, requiring emergency surgery. His CIA commander advised him to burn all the clothes you took to Cuba, burn everything. The deployment was canceled because of winds, making payload delivery difficult. And then later in the 60s, the U.S. military released almost 300,000 Lone Star ticks made radioactive with carbon-14 across Virginia along bird migration routes. The radioactive marking allowed researchers to track the tick spread using Geiger counters over several years. Before the experiments, Lone Star ticks were not found above the Mason-Dixon line, but within years of the Virginia releases, they established populations even as far north as New York for the first time.
wow.
And then just a lot more information on it. Disease emergence timeline. Just a couple years after the apparent Virginia deployment of the radioactive ticks, you started seeing Lyme disease outbreak around Cape Cod and Connecticut. Huh. Scrolling this whole thing here. This is a doozy.
Oh wow.
It's a whole book, man.
Yeah.
So this is Malone being our DECLAS guy. Right here. Let's check out the interview he did about this with Chanel Rion.
Not getting any audio.
That might be a StreamYard thing.
Uh-oh. Come on, StreamYard, pull it together. Nah.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Bummer. Chat, can you hear it? Give us a... Yeah, I got a message from StreamYard saying that audio might be something or other disconnected and audio went down. So I think that's a StreamYard issue. Yeah, nobody's getting a...
Okay.
I can do this. I forgot. Show comments on screen. Cool. Yeah, bummer. StreamYard. But anyway, Robert Malone reveals that all of RFK Jr.'s children have suffered from Lyme disease as a result of living near the epicenter, Lyme, Connecticut.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and RFK in a video released, that was probably like 4 to 6 months ago. Well, it's when they had the panel. So maybe that was only a couple of months ago when they had the panel about Lyme. And he was discussing how it's dangerous. It's literally dangerous now to be out in the woods for Americans because of this issue.
that and Sasquatch. Got to be careful of ticks here. Got to burn the tall, dry grass in spring to reduce ticks around your house. I'm so thankful that I've never lived anywhere that had bad ticks. So,
Yeah.
oof. East Coast thing.
There was a fire. I was working in Montana, and I was working right next to the river. And I remember I was wandering away from the truck down this little trail. Came back to the truck. It was maybe like a 10-minute walk. Came back, and I remember I had at least 5 ticks on me here in Montana. Like, no, thank you.
I've been to Montana quite a few times, but never dealt with ticks. At least that I remember.
Yeah, I haven't seen them like that ever before around here. I've spent quite a bit of time out in the woods.
Where was that fire at?
It was over next to Missoula. It was a couple hours.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple hours south of Missoula, I think.
Because I spent plenty of time Billings, Helena, Flathead Valley on the High Line, all over Montana, and I've never encountered a tick.
No.
I've encountered more rattlesnakes than ticks.
Yeah.
Out in Montana. But yeah, wild. Maybe do they have years where they're worse than others?
I would imagine so. I really don't know a whole lot about ticks, so
yeah.
When I saw that, I was just like, that's kind of wild. I don't know. I guess they're spreading.
Because I remember one year, I was quite young, maybe 15, 16, but I was at my uncle's house and I was doing a lot of tree trimming for him out near Helena. And I was outside for a while over the course of like a week or two. No ticks. I don't remember any ticks being a problem.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if maybe it's worse than others.
Yeah.
Ticks out in Minnesota. I ain't ever been to Minnesota. So I don't know nothing about that neck of the woods. Would you say Missoula is a liberal city, Nate?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it definitely is.
I was in Missoula in 2010, I think, for a football game. It didn't seem all that liberal, but that was a long time ago.
It is. They got all the parades.
The college, of course.
Yeah.
It was like 15 years ago, and I wasn't political back then, so I was just there to drink beer and watch a football game. Tell you what, though, what an awesome college to go do that in Missoula. At least back then.
Oh, yeah. Back then, definitely.
Yeah. Cool. A few other things. ACIP panel to discuss vaccine injuries, long COVID in March. Their next meeting is in 12 days. If my math is mathing. So it sounds like Monday, the next week.
Huh.
March 18th, 19th, ACIP panel, which is the panel Malone is on, of course.
Yep.
We're going to be talking about COVID vaccine injuries, long COVID, other recommendations. So we'll see what we get from that. Do they just meet twice a year?
That's a good question. Do not know.
It sounds like they do, because it says here their last meeting was in September. So they must meet like once in the fall, once in the spring. Every few months or something like that.
Three regular meetings each year.
Okay, gotcha. So like spring, fall, summer. Got it. Makes sense. Cool. And then last thing I think we'll get to in this show here is a little bit of criticism. Trump administration just filed this is according to the High Wire here. Trump admin filed a Supreme Court brief in support of Bayer. 3 of the 9 DOJ attorneys who signed it previously worked for law firms that represented Bayer. 1 defended Bayer in a lawsuit over pesticides killing honeybees. Another worked on the legal team for Bayer's acquisition of Monsanto. They are now signing briefs on behalf of the U.S. government in favor of that same company. And the case before the Supreme Court will decide whether individuals can bring state-level lawsuits against pesticide manufacturers for failing to warn about cancer risks. If Bayer wins, lawsuits go away.
Wow.
Kind of wild before as well, because RFK Jr. personally represented a Roundup cancer victim and won a $300 million verdict against Monsanto. So I imagine there is some dissension within the ranks right now. RFK Jr., I'm sure, not happy about certain recent Trump administration moves about glyphosate.
Yep.
Although, as we did cover, RFK, I think he was talking about this to Joe Rogan, but he mentioned he understood the need for that executive order. He doesn't like it, but he understands the need for it. And, in fact, I saw a video on Twitter about that weed-killing laser machine.
Oh yeah, I've actually seen quite a number of videos talking about it right now.
Yeah, they put out a promo piece.
Wasn't it like there's like 10,000? Man, I don't want to say it because I don't remember. I thought there's some crazy number of lasers, and they're using AI to scan the ground underneath it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I was wondering what that would do with like a broadleaf type crop. I mean, I'm sure once it hits a certain point, they couldn't use it. But if the original crop is taken over, then that is just mind blowing.
Pew, 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 pew.
Wonder how much a unit like that costs. And like what the lifespan is. Like if it breaks down out in the field, I don't think you're getting out your tool bag to wrench on that bad boy.
Wonder if you could reprogram it to shoot lasers at your enemies.
Yeah, right? I turned it upside down. You got a bad bug night, mosquitoes bugging you a little bit. You just strap that on the back of your four-wheeler, do a couple loops around the yard.
Got some burglars in your neighborhood, just drones, shoot down the drones. Yeah, but
that's wild though.
Anyway, this is apparently the technology RFK Jr. was referencing when he was speaking about things they are doing to get us off herbicides and pesticides, but be tracking this story for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm sure MAHA movement will be as well because, I don't know. But there's this. Bayer is threatening to pull Roundup from the U.S. market completely if Congress doesn't give them total immunity over glyphosate. So when, I guess you don't really know when the Supreme Court is going to rule on things because it's kind of up to them.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that it's probably in the Supreme Court's best interest to drag their feet on this.
Probably just kick the can down the road because if they, no matter which way they rule, people are going to be pissed off at them. So,
yeah,
I think it'd be better to kick the can down the road because then you could just let the lawsuits either bleed Bayer dry or finalize, get settled.
Yeah, well, and I guess from what I understand, there are several other options for producers of glyphosate in the United States. They're just not as advanced as Bayer, so it would give them time to establish. I mean, I would rather not see any of that crap put on our food, but I also don't want us to starve or pay 10x for corn chips. So
no doubt. So we'll keep an eye on this one. We'll see what the Supreme Court rules and when. And then another criticism here, this one for Bhattacharya, that the CDC Would you call this, Nate, a hostage video?
Yeah, it did. Looked like there was it was definitely a hostage video.
Totally looks like a hostage video.
Yeah.
Let's see what he says.
Ah, dang. No audio.
No audio.
No audio. He
What is you doing, StreamYard? Well, we have captions on this one, so we can just read the captions. I'll play the video, but I don't think I need to play the whole 2 minutes.
yeah, it's I think it's towards the middle where he starts discussing vaccines.
He says, "Oh, how's the CDC is responding to measles? Our mission is straightforward: protect the American people from infectious diseases." Blah 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 blah.
Build this on trust and openness and honesty.
We need to contain the measles.
We're working closely with health officials throughout the country with regular coordination meetings, and we stand ready to provide CDC technical staff, laboratory support, vaccines, and therapeutics upon request. State partners are also engaging faith-based leaders to support education and vaccination outreach with their communities. There is no cure for measles, which is why prevention is so critical. The MMR vaccine remains the most reliable and effective way to prevent it. 2 doses
are 97% effective. Yeah, just
and then at the end of the video, he repeats that again.
Does he?
Yeah, yep.
Oh yeah. Vaccination remains the most effective way to protect yourself and those around you. Blah 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 blah. Total hostage video.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we all know that, back in the day, measles was like, yay, I get a break from school. Take some vitamin A, chill out, play some Nintendo.
Who makes the MMR shot? Merck. Probably has some Merck mercenary ready to Merc him.
Wasn't Bhattacharya, wasn't he censored for on social media for his staunch opposition to the COVID vaccines?
I think so.
I believe that was one of the things that launched him into some fame.
At the end of the day, you can just choose not to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying this isn't doing a whole lot for my,
right.
Go CDC.
100%. But at the end of the day, we don't exactly want people to trust the government, even if the people in government are better than they were.
Yeah.
Kind of the whole idea is just to collapse the whole freaking system. So I'm not totally opposed to them making asses of themselves to make everybody distrust the system. So, okay. I won't be too mad, but I will act mad so people distrust the whole system and we can burn it down. I will act mad. So, anyway.
Yeah. When's your next Fight Club meeting, by the way? Just curious.
I don't know. I don't speak about that. At the end of the day, even with RFK or Marty McCarty, them in charge, it's we still should take our health into our own hands.
Yeah, 1,000%.
So that's the lesson here. That is the lesson here. And then last thing to mention is to grab your discount GART tickets. Virtual GART tickets are on discount for the next few days. I think that ends next week, if I'm getting that correct. Jessica, if you're in the chat, let me know. But I think next week they go up to full price. But right now you can get discounted virtual tickets for Nashville GART happening April 9th to 12th. You'll get a bunch of fun behind the scenes content and live streams, and you can watch it from the safety of your couch. April 9th to 12th, Nashville Gart. Check it out at badlandsmedia.tv. Cool. Let me bring up the chat, and then we'll say hi to you guys for the last few minutes before we close this one for today. A lot of people in the chat letting us know about their measles testimonies. They were fine, apparently. Fortunately, I think I did get the MMR when I was a kid, so that probably explains a lot. That's why I'm retarded.
I got it as well.
Yeah. All right, guys. Any last questions, comments, concerns? Let us know in the chat. Otherwise, we will finish up today. Still just going through a lot of comments here. Had one question earlier, actually. I saw somebody asking about melatonin. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, that is whole chat ago. I'm not going to be able to find that.
Yeah, it was like towards the beginning, I think.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Geochem, what's up, man? Future question. What are my thoughts on melatonin? Bad or good? You got 2 doggy friends in their twilight years that are wearing you down. You just want to help them sleep. Yeah, I mean, for human use, melatonin's good. It's solid. I would just do the lowest dose possible for human or animal, because your brain can become dependent on it. So if you're using melatonin to sleep, it's best to cycle, maybe week or 2 on, week or 2 off, just to try to get your circadian rhythms back set again. And I would do the least dosage that works. So I think they make some melatonin supplements that go up to 10 milligrams a pop. I would just 1 or 2 milligrams. And if you're using it for an animal, just kind of by weight. So if they're bigger dogs, they might be able to handle 1 milligram, or you could find tablets you can cut into maybe half or a quarter, depending on the size. But, do your research on that one. Not necessarily advice here, but I'm not against melatonin. Just cycle with it. Be smart by how much you use. And it does give some humans weird dreams. I will say that. Some people don't like melatonin because it gives them weird dreams, or they wake up groggy. So
yeah, there's
Yeah.
L-theanine and L-theanine as well would probably help.
Yeah, and then if you're doing these things for animals, reference Chat GPT before it's illegal. Yeah. See maybe what will help the puppers. Yep, I'll be there in Nashville with a booth. That is the plan. Isn't some CBDs good for sleeping?
Yeah, CBN is tremendous for rest, relaxation, and sleep. And CBD can help as well.
Cool.
Works differently than melatonin or L-theanine as well. So I have no idea. I know that dogs utilize the cannabinoids in like hemp oil differently than humans do. So it hits them different. So I have no idea if it's better or worse.
I tried using CBD on a cat before when I had to take the cat on a multi-hour road trip, and it didn't do anything.
Nothing.
But that wasn't for like sleep, or kind of foolish to expect CBD to work for a freaking road trip for a cat.
It's worth a shot, man.
Well, it was worth a shot for sure, but it's like throwing them right into it, and I don't even think I tested the CBD. But anyway, for dogs, maybe. Yeah, totally. Chill them out, help them sleep. Supplements are not a one-to-one trade-off with dogs. Yeah, I mean, animals can use some, not all, but some human supplements, although you need to, of course, figure out like by weight and a lot more. And you do have to be careful. Some supplements animals should not use that humans can. So
They can use bacon, though.
can they?
I just felt like we didn't talk about bacon enough this episode. I had to round it out.
They can eat sardines for sure.
One track mind, Jordan. One track.
Yeah, there you go. Pets are different, cannot take all human drugs. Definitely not. They can take some. There's some herbs and supplements that animals can take, but definitely not all of them. And a couple of good, reputable vets here, Dr. Karen Becker and Dr. Judy Morgan. Cool. Some suggestions there. I'm not familiar with good holistic vets, but sounds like those might be some good suggestions. Nate the Baconator, bro.
The Baconator.
We're getting you a shirt. What's up, Rick? Glad to have you, Rick. Pickle Rick, Nate the Baconator, and Sardine Sather. Nate Bacon.
That's got a ring.
Nate Bacon, Bait Nakin. There you go. All right, guys. That will finish us up here today. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Subscribe. Do the like button. Smash the like the smash button. When Flow Blend bacon, man?
I don't know. It's not on the roadmap.
You probably should. I mean, we're getting.
Yeah, I know.
We're getting requests for bacon flavored pouches, dude.
All right, Cyber, I will let you know.
And not gonna lie, when I was younger, I really liked what is it, like the beef jerky?
Oh, the chew?
Yeah, like the dip.
I
like
tried to
beef
quit
jerky
with that
dip
stuff.
from what company makes it? Jack's Links or something?
Back off, or maybe I don't know. Yeah, I remember that stuff though.
Oh, I loved it. It was so good. But of course it sucked. They put corn syrup and soy oil and garbage in it. But man, like packing my lip with beef jerky, jerky dip. Oh,
you just nibble
great.
a little bit here and there.
Yeah. I loved that. Nate Bacon, shirts for Gart. Dude, that should be part of our intro for this show. We'll AI you with like bacon arms or something. And then I'll be Sardine Sather.
Oh my gosh.
When you doing a 3-day bacon fast?
I hadn't considered it.
Well, you probably should.
Yeah. We'll put that one on the docket for never.
For never. 3 days would be rough. 3 days of only bacon.
I'm pretty sure by the end of day one, I would be a little burnt out.
You're yeah. Probably. All right, guys. We're done. We'll see you next week. Appreciate all you.
See you guys.
Take care. Have a good one.
Thank you so much for joining us, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up on this video. And a special thank you to all of our advertising partners. Please remember to shift your dollars to support those businesses that support Badlands Media.